Sarah Palin still thinks that she might actually have a chance to win a seat in Congress, even after losing the special election that took place just a few weeks ago. She is still vying for the seat that will officially become open, obviously, in this year's midterms. A bit of a confusing situation, but either way, Sarah Palin is still running. She still thinks she has a chance. But if the crowd turnout for her recent speech is any indication, I would say that her campaign is dead on arrival. This past weekend, Sarah Palin in Alaska did a speech to her voters, told them about her Democratic opponent, actually talked about how much she loved her Democratic opponent. But when you actually look at the crowd there, you've got what, 12 people maybe showed up to watch Sarah Palin? A giant auditorium, obviously. Just nobody there. Because nobody cared enough to go watch Sarah Palin speak. And if that visual of the empty auditorium isn't funny enough for you, consider this. Sarah Palin's campaign also hired a James Brown impersonator who performed prior to Sarah Palin coming on stage because they wanted this impersonator to, get the crowd worked up a little bit. So this poor guy, this James Brown impersonator, had to perform for what? Half a dozen, maybe a dozen people to get them all energized and fired up to listen to Sarah Palin and her folksy way of, telling people what's wrong with the world. But as I mentioned, she actually spent a portion of her speech praising her opponent. This is what Sarah Palin had to say. Mary Peltola, I love her. She's adorable, she's sweet, she's wonderful, we're friends, we were pregnant at the same time, we're good friends, I really love her. But Alaska cannot afford a Democrat in office. I've never run a political campaign, but I've been in politics for over 18 years now, and I have seen some weird campaigns, I've seen some bad campaigns, but I've never seen a Republican come out and just praise their Democratic opponent saying, oh my God, this is the greatest person you'll ever meet. I love them. We're best friends. Super great person. Kindest human being you could ever meet on the planet. Don't vote for them though. But they're super awesome. If you did vote for them, that would be cool because I love them so much, but you shouldn't do that. Not exactly sure what that campaign strategy is all about, but if the 12 people there took it to heart, that could be an additional 12 votes that go to Mary Peltola instead of Sarah Palin. Now, it's actually not shocking that Sarah Palin just spoke to a pretty much empty room. We have talked about the fact, and polls in Alaska have shown for many, many years, that most Alaskans do not like Sarah Palin. They view her as a quitter because, as we all know, her one term in office as Alaska governor, she quit halfway through. So they feel abandoned. They elected her to do a job, and she quit on them. She quit on them to go do a reality TV show that was so bad, it lasted one season. So she left for fame and fortune, which never materialized because people outside of Alaska also do not like her. So she does have a chance, obviously, at winning this seat, but if she can't draw a crowd of more than 12 people, I'd say the chance of that is about a 1%, maybe a 2% chance. And Mary Peltola hopefully has this in the bag. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our Ring of Fire channel here.